Get ready for a whirlwind of breaking news. The White House is prepping for an unprecedented UFC event, and fighter Michael Chandler is spilling the tea on the massive, logistical hurdles they're facing. Plus, we've got a massive fight announcement, shaking up the MMA world with a fiery feud igniting between Ronda Rousey and a top UFC executive. And if that wasn't enough, more UFC action is heating up down under with a brand new bout added to UFC Perth. Stick around, you won't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
White House UFC event logistics, going to be a lot, fighter Michael Chandler warns. Get ready for a historic clash unlike any other. The White House is set to host its first ever UFC fight on June 14th, a monumental event marking 250 years of U.S. independence. Fighter Michael Chandler, slated to be part of this groundbreaking card on the South Lawn, is giving us an inside look at the immense challenges organizers are facing. Chandler revealed that UFC brass are still trying to figure things out, highlighting the unprecedented nature of combining a major UFC event with the stringent security of the White House. He described the situation as living, breathing, trying to figure out how this event is going to be laid out over the next 13 weeks, emphasizing the complex logistics involved. This isn't just any fight night. It's a massive undertaking. UFC CEO Dana White has announced plans to distribute 85,000 free tickets to the public. With many watching on large screens across Washington, D.C., the event aims to be a full festival, featuring concerts and fan activities throughout Fight Week. While the South Lawn will host around 5,000 attendees, the surrounding areas will be transformed into a viewing hub. Top matchups include Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje and Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane, alongside bouts featuring Sean O'Malley, Bo Nickel, and Chandler himself. The Secret Service faces a monumental task ensuring security for President Trump, who confirmed his attendance on his 80th birthday, making this potentially the largest UFC gathering ever. Fans are buzzing with anticipation for this historic spectacle, while analysts are watching closely to see how the UFC and security forces navigate these unique challenges. The sheer scale of the event has generated widespread excitement and speculation. Can they pull off this presidential showdown? Find out what's next as we dive into another massive MMA announcement that's got everyone talking. UFC Perth gets new bout including Street Buddha debut. Get ready, fight fans, because UFC Perth just got even more exciting. An electrifying lightweight bout has been added to the card. Kody Steele is set to clash with the highly anticipated debut of Street Buddha, Dom Marfan, on May 2nd at RAC Arena in Perth, Western Australia. This matchup is particularly buzzworthy as Marfan, the Season 4 winner of Road to UFC, makes his official UFC introduction to Australian fans. Steele, who entered the UFC with considerable hype after a Dana White's Contender Series win in 2024, is looking to bounce back after a tough debut loss. Despite the setback, his fight against Rong Zhu earned both fighters a Fight of the Night bonus, showcasing his exciting fighting style. Now, he faces Marfan, who impressed many by winning the Road to UFC lightweight bracket with decisive victories over Yuji Efoviga, Yi Hyun Park, and Sang UK Kim. Marfan's nickname, Street Buddha, hints at a unique and perhaps unpredictable fighting persona that fans are eager to witness. This bout adds another layer of intrigue to an already stacked UFC Perth card, which includes matchups like Jack Della Maddalena versus Carlos Prates and Tai Tuivasa versus Sean Sheriff. The addition of Marfan's debut promises a dynamic and potentially explosive encounter. But the fight news doesn't stop there. A major announcement has ignited a fiery feud in the MMA world, and it involves one of the sport's biggest stars clashing with a powerful executive. Stay tuned. Time to panic. Michael Chandler claims UFC White House, still kind of up in the air, as final deadline looms. With the historic UFC event at the White House just weeks away, lightweight contender Michael Chandler is raising eyebrows by stating the event's logistics are still kind of up in the air. While Chandler landed a spot on the June 14th card against Mauricio Ruffi, he expressed uncertainty about the event's finer details in a recent interview, highlighting the immense challenges of staging such a unique fight on the White House lawn. He described the planning process as a continuous effort of living, breathing, trying to figure out how this event is going to be laid out over the coming weeks. Chandler's comments echo concerns about the unprecedented nature of this event, which combines high-stakes UFC action with the security demands of the U.S. presidency. UFC CEO Dana White has previously acknowledged the massive issue of security, emphasizing the Secret Service's primary role. Despite these logistical puzzles, President Trump is confirmed to attend, coinciding with his 80th birthday. The event aims to celebrate 250 years of U.S. independence with a massive public spectacle, including 85,000 free tickets distributed and large-scale viewing parties across Washington, D.C., alongside concerts and other festivities. Fans are captivated by the spectacle, yet Chandler's candid remarks about the ongoing planning have sparked discussion about the feasibility and potential hurdles of this ambitious undertaking. The fight card itself boasts significant matchups, including Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje for the lightweight title and Sean O'Malley's appearance. And speaking of fireworks in the MMA world, a legendary fighter is launching a direct attack on the UFC establishment. You won't believe who's involved. Ronda Rousey blasts UFC executive after Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry announcement. Ronda Rousey is escalating her war of words with the UFC, unleashing a blistering critique of the promotion and a key executive following the announcement of Nate Diaz facing Mike Perry on May 16th. This fight is set to share a card with Rousey's own highly anticipated bout against Gina Carano, presented by Jake Paul's Most Valuable Promotions on Netflix. Diaz's return to MMA, his first since September 2022, has amplified Rousey's message against what she calls the establishment. Rousey took to X to call out UFC Chief Business Officer Hunter Campbell directly, writing, "Welcome to the revolution, Nate Diaz and Mike Perry. It's the fighters versus the establishment, and we're gonna win. P.S. Hunter Campbell pissed off the wrong bee. I'm coming for your job, Mott." Campbell is a pivotal figure within the UFC, working closely with Dana White on negotiations and matchmaking, and is believed to have played a role in the UFC's decision not to promote Rousey's MMA comeback. Rousey has been a vocal critic of the UFC's business model and fighter compensation, advocating for greater fighter power and financial security through alternative platforms and events like this Netflix card. The announcement has galvanized fans who support Rousey's stance, framing the May 16th event as a direct challenge to the traditional MMA power structure. With Diaz's participation, the card is shaping up to be a major spectacle and a powerful statement for fighter empowerment. What a showdown of opinions. But before we wrap up, let's hit you with a rapid-fire recap of all today's top stories. And that's a wrap on today's explosive news. We saw the massive logistical challenges facing the historic White House UFC event, Michael Chandler weighing in on the White House UFC fight, a new lightweight bout heating up UFC Perth, and Ronda Rousey launching a fiery attack on a top UFC executive. Don't miss out on any of the action. Like this video, subscribe to our channel for more breaking news, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and follow us on all social media platforms for even more exclusive content. See you next time.